Let's see if Ronitt and the other tribe are gonna figure out that they like each other or something like that. Or maybe they won't figure out that they like each other, but they're gonna end up competing so much that they end up just spending so much time together. Anyway, let's see how this plays out. Plus, I want my tank. Chief concerns. There once was a dwarf named Ronitt, a boy with a bee in his bonnet. He had agreed on a bet he would come to regret unless, of course, he actually won it. Okay. I've got some bad news, and some more bad news. Which do you want first? Alright, I'll pick. For starters, I hear the chief's been spending more and more time checking his beard in the mirror. Alright, for the beard trimming or whatever. That can only mean one thing. It's almost beard tide. What are we gonna do? At this rate, we'll never make it. As for the other bit of bad news, some of the workers have turned tail and ran back to the village before they got in any more trouble. Now there ain't enough people to handle production of or bring in raw materials. Regit and Karut and others are already at their breaking point. I even thought of asking Ozogg for help, but I can't bloody find her. Think, Ronitt, think. There must be a way. Maybe a nice relaxing stroll will clear my mind. Yeah, a quick trip to a scenic damsel should sort me right out. And whatever you do, don't follow me. Even if you think I might get eaten by hungry beasties, don't follow me. Yes, definitely don't do that. Okay, Ronitt, I won't follow him. Ronitt definitely does not want someone to follow him. Speak with Ronitt. Oh, let's go follow him. I mean, what did you expect? Alright, Ronitt, I didn't follow you. I just happened to come to the same place as you. Haha, I see you understood my subtle hints. Very subtle. You see, I wanted a word with you away from the others. It's a bit of a touchy subject, and I don't want them getting discouraged or nothing. You're good at keeping secrets, aren't you? Yeah. Stoic nod. Phew, alright. Truth is, I'm finding it all a bit much. The pressure, the responsibility. I've always been a loner and nothing I ever did made a lot of difference to anyone else. Whereas it seems to me, you're the opposite. By the sounds of it, people are always turning to you for help. Don't you ever worry you'll make some sort of horrible mistake and, I don't know, cause the end of the world or something? What's your secret? Well, you see, I'm the main character, so I have to win. I don't even have to try. The writers just write me as the winner. Just relax and let talent do the work. I get by with a little help from my friends. Pressure, it's just another word for fear. Yeah, solving problems is what I do best. Thanks, I feel a lot better now. And with the great Watt's blood flowing through my veins, there ain't nothing I can't overcome. Of course, I've got Watt's hammer as well, thanks to you finding it for me. Not that I ever use it, mind you. I'm keeping it safely hidden away until the day comes where I'm skilled enough to wield it myself. This thing? It's just a normal everyday hammer, mate. Nothing special, but gets the job done. Point is, it gives me something to look forward to, a reason not to give up. Can't go disappointing my illustrious ancestor now, can I? Still, holding my own skills is all well and good, but if I really want to go down in the history books, I've got to think big, think beyond what I'm capable of doing on my own. And with friends like you, how can I go wrong? Stoic nod. Right, I'd better get back to the workshop before I run out of steam again. I've found my motivation, now all I need is a plan. I wonder what Watts would do in a time like this. A shame his expertise was in automata and not tanks. Beep. Now all I need is a plan. Beep. Automata. The Megasonic Frog Boy and Ronitt and Karut? I thought you two was working. We just fancied a spot of eavesdropping. Hope you don't mind. Yes, we heard everything. I wish you'd said something sooner. You don't have to bear the burden on your own, you know. Let's just share the load. Beep. Share the load. Yeah, alright, but don't say I didn't warn you. Wait, what was it that Froggy just said? I know it's only copying what we said, but I feel like it was hinting at something. Now all I need is a plan. Automata, that's it. We're gonna go get android girls. I mean, what? Wait, wrong dungeon. Eh? What is? Ah, I see. Actually, we thought Ozogg might be here too, but she's nowhere to be seen, Gog or not. We'll need all the pair of hands we can get. Perhaps she's made her way back to the workshop by now. We should probably do likewise. Well, let's head back to the workshop. And do make whatever thing Ronitt needs us to do. Alright, Ronitt, what do we need to do? Thanks to the Frog Boy, the way forward seems clear. Come on, I'll show you what I have in mind. I'm gonna use this space to build something that'll speed up production, but I can't do it all on my own. That reminds me, I thought Ozogg was supposed to be around here somewhere. Aw, did you miss me? Did she get help? Sorry to keep you waiting. I took the liberty of inviting a few friends of yours. I knew it was only a matter of time before you needed my help. My skills don't come cheap, you know. Side Luke and I may not be engineers, but we're also not averse to a bit of hard work. Yes, just point out what needs doing and leave the rest to us. Really, considering all you've done for us, Master Ronitt, it would be our pleasure to assist you. You traveled all the way just to help me? Well, not you, Larathia. You only live around the corner, but I'm grateful all the same. I'm so happy Alright, there's plenty of work to be done and not much time to do it. As for you, Brilliant, just because all the people have shown up doesn't mean you're off the hook. Okay. Stoic fist bump. Okay, what do I need to make? Time to put my plan into action. By using a load of existing automata parts, I'll be able to upgrade the workshop and build the rest of the tanks, even with just a small number of us. Still, there are a few things that need to be made from scratch, and I've got a whole crate's worth of parts I want you to make. Anything less than perfection and it might blow up in our faces, so bring me your finest work, alright? The Fetch-O-Matic Mechatoad will dish out whatever materials you might need. I'm counting on you, Brilliant. Okay, Toad, what you got for us? Beep. Request for materials acknowledged. Crate of... okay, I guess... I didn't realize he said that's what we were gonna make. Oh, it's right there. Oh, okay, this is the last quest. That's fine by me. It needs to be high quality. Just gonna cheese it. That's one thing about getting to level 80 is that I can just cheese all these recipes. Where is it? Let me see. Great work, as always. I'd better put this to use right away. There's not a moment to spare. With the day of reckoning looming ever closer, Ronitt has declared that it would be quicker to construct an entire factory, complete with automaton workers, than build 4 tanks identical to the one he has already completed. But Ronitt's mind moves in mysterious ways. For what Ronitt lacks in effective time management, he more than makes up with sheer stubbornness in the face of overwhelming odds. Perhaps this is what has earned him the respect and loyalty of his ragtag collection of friends. The real treasure was the friends we made along the way. And yet, in spite of Ronitt's efforts, time refused to show up. Then the fateful day arrived. The chief will be here any moment, and I still have one more tank to finish. Brilliant, I have an idea. Come with me. We'll try to buy some time. You get the last tank completed, no matter what it takes. Let's see. We need to head over here. Oops, there it is. There we go. Okay, Ozogg. What's your secret? What's your real plan? You. I'm not used to all this running around. Here, take this. It's Nitro Brew, an alcoholic beverage that doubles as a paint stripper. Are you sure you should be consuming that? And it's strong enough to knock out a bison. If we leave these kegs in the road, Zamont is bound to help himself to a few swigs. Are you sure we should do this? That sounds like poison. Don't give me that look. You clearly don't know how a dwarf's mind works. Look, there isn't much time, and this is the best I could come up with. Just put them over there and the dwarven nature will take its course. Okay. I mean, hopefully we don't kill the guy. Alright, let's see what happens now. Hopefully we don't kill the guy. Or is this all the ploy to have the other chief killed? And now we wait. What? He's already here? And why is Chief Glag with him? But more importantly, did the Nitro Brew do its job? Well, judging by the way they weren't walking straight, probably. Yep. It must be my lucky day. And besides, be ashamed to let all that grog go to waste. For once, I agree with you, you old swine. Well, yeah, I guess that'll buy them some time. I hope they're not dead. Shut up, Hobbs Bosch. What did you say? Nice view of the Crystarium there. Come on, Ronitt. They won't stay like this forever. What happened? Was I asleep? My head feels like it's been stepped on by a Talos. Booze must have been involved. Aren't there supposed to be tanks around here somewhere? God, too little too late. Yes, I noticed a distinct lack of tanks. I declare the contest was well and truly. Not so fast. The hills are alive with the sound of tanks! Ronitt! What? The bloody hells? The Roland Tankards at your service. What's wrong, you two? Aren't you going to congratulate me on my hard-earned victory? No, well, bloody hell not. Have you any idea what you put us through? Did I say my hard-earned victory? Of course what I meant was our hard-earned victory. Yes, yes, a slip of the tongue. That's all. Is that any better? Well, Ronitt, you did it fair and square. No underhanded, dirty tricks. At least none that I'm aware of. Ozogg, though I have yet to decide your punishment for consorting with the Thulls, I will say this. You have demonstrated the superiority of GOG engineering, without which those tanks would never have seen the light of day. Listen, Chief, I didn't do this because I'm a GOG. I did this because I'm a member of Watt's Anvil. So stick that in your pipe and smoke it. All this talk of Thull and GOG has reminded me of something important. We don't often talk about this, but when I were a lad, my chief once told me that Thull and GOG were once part of a single tribe. Of course they were. That's how all these stories are gonna go. They once were a tribe. They split up because of some petty difference, and then they're gonna rejoin. Then they're gonna rejoin as one after they resolve their differences. And into that one tribe was born a boy. His name was Watts. He was blessed with curiosity and imagination in abundance, and grew up to become the greatest inventor our kind has ever known. Wait, so are Ozogg and Ronitt gonna be related? But sadly, the automata that he created caused a rift in our people. Some wanted to use them as workers, and others saw them as tools of war. Ah, I see. Pah, and we all know how that ended. The limp-beard foals, content to dig holes until their soil, and the mighty Gogs, crushing their enemies and sowing the fields with their blood. Glory to Comra. A pox on Comra. A pox. This is the worst you Tholes can muster. Stop squabbling, the pair of you. I want to hear the rest of the story. Ah, yes. As I was saying, Watts was beside himself to think that his beloved inventions could lead to so much strife. He locked away the rest of his designs so they could never harm his fellow dwarves. And those designs included the tank. It all makes sense now. No wonder he didn't want no one finding them. But if I hadn't opened the safe, somebody else would have eventually. How did you open it anyway? It was locked tight. Well, it was a long time ago, so I ain't quite sure. But I remember I used a coin. One given to me by a Gog, I think. Ah, that coin. It's the one I gave you. You mean that goggling girl from all those years ago? He just realized. Maybe this is how Watts planned it all along. His descendants working side by side. It weren't the technology that were at fault. It was us dwarves and our bickering that caused us to live apart as Thol and Gog. But now, one of Watts's ideas might build a bridge between us. Oh, shut up, you daft sod. You think this is all it takes to wash away generations of bad blood? Ah. But on the other hand, we Gogs admire Watts just as much as you Tholes. If you're right, which would be a first, it's worth some thought. Trouble is, it all seems too convenient. The coin, the chance reunion, all the other coincidences, and there are probably a load more I don't even know about. Luck is what happens when preparation meets opportunity. You see, all the coincidences in the world won't do you no good if you ain't got the gumption to make the most of them. Something Ronitt and Ozogg have in spades. Right, that's enough blathering out of me. I'm off for a pint at the Crystarium on my way home. And if you two thinks this is the end, think again. 5 tanks is just the start. It'll take more than that to solve the world's troubles. Alright, I hear you. Now bugger off and let us get on with it. That's funny. I thought those two were enemies. Probably got more in common than they realize. Anyway, it's time we got back to the anvil. Well, I didn't realize it was going to be the finale today, but now I get my tank, right? So you and Ozogg bought me some time, did you? You'd have bought me a little more by the sounds of it. Just joking. If it weren't for you two, I'd never have made it. I suppose that's what Watts Anvil is all about. You lot working your arses off to make me look good. Something like that, anyway. No wonder this guy has no friends. But it's like the chief said, a measly 5 tanks ain't gonna right the world's wrongs. So I reckon 500 ought to do it. We'd better get back to work and no slacking. Sir, you can barely produce 5. How are you going to do 500? You have achieved sworn reputation with Watts' Anvil. You'll receive experience points upon completion of your tribal quests. Furthermore, you'll have access to a wider selection of wares. So is that the final quest? Do I get the tank? Let's see. Yep, there's the tank. And yep, now I just have materia. I have 31 to spend on materia. I'll do that eventually. Looks so goofy. That's the point.